to you. And Coach, if you can give us something to say.
Yeah, couldn't be more proud of the group of guys after the poor showing on Tuesday to kind of bounce back and play the way we did here today. I mean, this is a really good team. We beat their high-powered offensive team. We gave up too many threes there late, but up until we were, up, whatever, we were up there 9, I think, or whatever it was, 8 or 9 there at the end of the game. I thought we'd done a pretty good job outside of one stretch where we'd given up the 5 in the first half. So to kind of get, looking at some of their better shooters, Brea, I think averaging 6 attempts on the year. He only got 3 up, and I made 2 of them. He doesn't miss much, but thought we did a pretty good job getting him off the line. This is still a team that ended up with 7 guys in double figures. So our defense certainly didn't win the game for us, but our offense showed up a lot better than it did against Ole Miss Tuesday. And I thought our defense was pretty good for large stretches against a pretty good offensive team. And Grant Nelson came out ready to go and get half of our 10 out of the first 20, I think, at the beginning of the game. He goes 3 of 7 at the free throw line Tuesday night, and he got in the gym and worked, and we were able to make small corrections to his shot, give him some confidence by putting a bunch of work in. I think the last 2 days kind of finished his individual workouts, going 90 of 100 2 days ago, 91 of 100 yesterday, and got some confidence, steps up, goes 9 of 10. So he shoot 90% in his practice and goes 90% in the games when we need him. He had 25 and 11. Thought he was huge. Sears made timely plays like he always does. Steps up to the free throw line, makes big free throws. For him to play almost 38 minutes, I thought his defensive effort was pretty good most of the game too. LeBaron has been struggling shooting it. I think it was maybe 26% from 3 coming into this game. He's been in the gym a ton. I told our guys after the loss Tuesday, we didn't deserve to win with our preparation going into the game and our effort in the game. We need to deserve to win from now on, and it better start with guys putting so much time and effort in that they're just not going to surrender. So Barron spent a lot of time in the gym, and he goes 3 of 5 from 3, and it's not rocket science. You spend time in the gym and you make shots. You spend time in the gym and you make free throws. So, Mo Diabate got, somehow in less than 15 minutes, he was plus 21. So 8 points, 8 rebounds in less than 15 minutes is pretty impressive. It'd be nice if we could keep him out of foul trouble so we could keep him in a little bit more. But you kind of go down the list. I thought we had a lot of guys, a young blood, a little bit of a coming out party in the second half. He's finally starting to look like I think we thought he was going to look. It's not easy having surgery in the summer, being out 6 months, trying to come back, and you're not 100%, but he looked pretty good for large parts of that second half today. So, again, it's great playing here at Raw. The crowd's great. I love the environment. I love the basketball people here. You guys are so into basketball. I think Coach Pope's done a really good job kind of rejuvenating everybody. And this is their first home loss, so they've been playing great at home. We've been able now to beat 3 top 10 teams on the road. It would be nice if we, had taken care of business Tuesday, but we didn't. And you know what? Sometimes you need a loss to learn some lessons. I tried to study Coach Saban in football, and you go look at most of his championship teams. They took a loss early, got them focused, locked in. I think that loss against Ole Miss got us refocused. This was a completely different team than the one that played Ole Miss. So if we learned the lessons we needed to in that loss Tuesday, and we don't forget them for the remainder of the year, it may have been the best thing to happen to us. We just got to make sure this is not a one-game deal. We got to continue to do the things we've done since Tuesday night.
Yeah.
Nate, they shot a pretty good percentage from 3, but as you said, pretty low volume compared to what they want for most of the game there. What exactly were you guys able to do to get them off the line, but also kind of force them into some more mid-range and longer twos than I'm sure they would have liked?
Yeah, how many did they hit late, like in the last 2 or 3 minutes? Does anybody know? How many? Oh, he's trained up. I thought you had a good answer for me, CJ. I think it was, they hit
3 in the last 544.
at least 3, and I thought they hit more. You know what?
Took a lot more.
We screwed up and didn't get the one switched and gave up a 3-point play too. I forgot that. But to answer your question, you know, to have the attempts a little lower until the end when we definitely screwed some stuff up. I thought, you know, we kind of play our big in a drop as they do. I know our defense isn't a ton different than theirs on some stuff. You know, I think got different personnel, obviously. You know, we don't always trap our 4 like they have been, but our guards' job in the pick and rolls to get them off the line. If you get them off the line, I thought Butler was doing a really good job kind of getting us in that hostage dribble where we couldn't get back in front, our bigs, and then he's getting in there. He's got a great shot fake game. He got us up in the air. He got some dump offs. You know, Butler's caused us problems before. Shoot, when he was at San Diego State, when we had the #1 overall seed in the NCAA tournament a couple years ago, they beat us in the Sweet 16. He's a tough kid. I love the way he plays, and he causes some pride. Shoot, he had 8 assists and 1 turnover and 17 points, 4 rebounds. I mean, he had himself a game. Thought he caused a little bit of problems with our pick and roll defense. We were trying to make some adjustments on the fly. You know, that's something we're going to have to probably address coming out of this game. But, you know, and again, we tried to top lock when they were setting off-ball stuff. On ball, they had to run them off, top lock the off-ball. They get into their 5-out delay action. We wanted our bigs pressuring a little bit more to try to push some of that stuff out so they're not so comfortable just hand off right on top of the 3-point line. Like I thought we were able to push them off on some, not on all, but you know, a little bit farther out and kind of get under some of those handoffs as well. But they do a good job on offense. Shoot, we just gave up 97. It's not act like we had our defense figured out tonight and we gave up 97 points.
You won your last 3 games all on the road, 5-1 on the road on the season. Just what is it about this team that allows y'all to play so well on the road?
Like some of the guys' mentality. Got tough kids. We kind of start with Diabate. He wasn't phased by any of this stuff. Tough New York City kid. Part of me almost thinks some of these guys like going on the road, seeing the place didn't empty till about 10 seconds to go, so it's not like they emptied super early, but I almost think some of these guys, some guys like real competitors sometimes like going in a little bit more hostile environment and kind of coming out with a big win that nobody expected. I mean, after the way we played Tuesday, I don't think anybody expected us to play this well, but our guys did. You know, I told them we're going in there. I told them that after the game Tuesday, after Ole Miss, I told them that when we met Thursday, like we are going in there and we are getting a win by any means necessary. If you're not planning on getting a win, just pack your bag because you ain't coming back on that plane. So we came in, I think, with the right mindset, and guys made sure we got a win. I mean, whatever it took. Like we screwed up some defensive assignments, keep playing, make some tough shots on offense, get to the free throw line, get some old boards. You know, Kentucky was, I mean, they had 13 boards. They actually outscored us on second chance points. I thought, you know, they had some toughness to them that in some games I hadn't seen, but it's there when, you know, when they needed it. We were just a little bit tougher, made a few more, you know, got a few more threes off, made a few more, but they're a good team. They're gonna win a lot of games this year.
Nate, how well did you think you guys just saw the game offensively, seeing mismatches, advantages?
Yeah, I mean, I kind of stole the term seal from Joe Mazzulla. I've spent some time up there in Boston a few times, and they attack seals, if you will, like you kind of, and I love the point that he made, like sharks, even though killer whales basically eat seals for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and they're just kind of sitting there, sitting ducks, but they always attack in a school of killer whales. So we're going to try to attack mismatches still with 5 guys. But I did think we had a pretty good awareness of who the mismatches were and went at them. The out-of-bounds play we kept scoring on, kind of going at some of their seals, if you will. It was just invented on the fly, and we now need to give it a name. But we just kind of kept giving it to our foremen, and kind of helped that Grant was going and Diabate's going downhill, and get it to them on the elbow, whichever elbow matches their strong hand, put the seal in the action and kind of go at them. And we were able to generate some fouls, some easy buckets coming downhill on that. I thought we did a good job recognizing, like you said, mismatches, seals, if you will, kind of going at them. They're trying to get their matchups, and we're just moving the guys around to where we needed them to get. I think they switched it, had it on the inbounder. We quick switched the inbounder and put them in the action. So, Coach Polk knows what he's doing. He also knew what he's dealing with, and we had a little bit of a chess match going out there at times. I thought our guys did a pretty good job making reads. We were way more aggressive in ball screens, kind of coming downhill to attack some of those kind of weaker defenders that they have.
We saw it against Ole Miss, but what did you like from some of the three-guard lineups tonight, especially down the stretch late when on that 9-0 run was kind of able to pull away, finish the game for you guys?
Yeah, we got more shooting out there, especially with the way Youngblood's shooting it. He's 2 of 3. Those 2 threes he hit were huge. Holloway's been playing great. I feel bad for him because he did have it going 2 there, and then he got in foul trouble. We took him out, and then kind of these other guys had it going well, and I just never found a time to get him back in. So he's been playing great. I think he had 6 games in a row. He's in double digits, so hopefully we can get him going again next game. But we've got those 4 guards that are all starting. Barron went 3 of 5 tonight from 3. Sears, obviously everybody knows what he can do. CY's coming along, Barron, Holloway. If you can keep 3 of those 4 out there with matchups that you can put them on, and we were trying to find, we knew when there were certain guys in, we could definitely keep those 3 guards. Offensively, it's a better lineup for us to make shots. Now, the offensive boards, Jaren's been pretty good. He's been aggressive. I thought he was good tonight. Grant with the way he was playing, but we were in a little bit of foul trouble in the front court, so kind of trying to save some of Jaren's minutes for more at the 4 spot than the 3, and playing more 3-guard lineups, I think was a little help. Grant ended up in foul trouble in the second half. Modi was in foul trouble in the first half. And Cliff, the pace that we play, Cliff's not a guy that, he played 25 minutes. That's about what he ought to be playing. I thought he was pretty good in his 25 minutes.
Hey, Coach. The bench picked it up in the second half, but in the first half, Kentucky outscored Alabama 19-7 in bench points. Do you think that Alabama overlooked the bench this week a little bit?
No. Kentucky's got a great bench. They had 7 guys in double figures. They got 6 guys average double figures. I thought Holloway played decent now at Youngblood. Diabate got in foul trouble in the first half. Some of it is, guys get in foul trouble, and you know what? Mark Sears has been in some of these big games before. Grant Nelson had one going early. He came ready to play, obviously. So I'm not going to sacrifice, some of those guys' minutes just to play guys off the bench. If I think they're ready to go and they're playing well, we'll keep them in the game and keep going.
Okay, a couple more, John.
Nate, I don't know if you pay any attention at all to coaching searches at other schools, but given that your name was occasionally bandied about as Kentucky's coach, how did you feel initially when you heard that Mark Pope was selected?
I thought it was a great fit. He played here. He knows what this place is about. I from afar kind of seen some of his teams at BYU play. I think you're just seeing his offensive product. He's going to be able to get players here. Kentucky's always had that tradition to get players. When they hired him, it made total sense. And I think his introductory, I don't know if you call it a press conference, the way they rolled him in, it was pretty cool. I think Mark's a great guy. So it seems to me like the state's embraced him. They obviously lost today, but we're a good team. This is not going to be a bad loss for them when all is said and done. They're a very good team. This is their first loss at home since he's been here. He's done an unbelievable job. They're playing a great style of basketball. I thought it made sense, so I'm happy for him. We need to get this win, and we get him twice this year. So there's one other time that we're going to make sure we need to give him a loss. But I think he's done a really good job. I think it helps the SEC to have Kentucky good. It's been traditionally good most years, and he's got them very good. I mean, they're 8th in the country, and they look like a pretty good team today.
Okay, we got 2 more, one here.
Hey, Nate, kind of following up on everything you just said, last year you guys had an incredible offense and respectively wouldn't be confused for a defensive powerhouse. And Kentucky right now kind of profiles the same way. Do you think your team last year, it could kind of provide a blueprint for Kentucky in terms of, hey, you don't have to be, one of the best teams in adjusted defensive efficiency to still make a Final Four?
I mean, listen, I'm sure he's going to try to get them to be a little better than we were last year because we weren't very good. I think we weren't even the top 100 there to close the year out. I'll just say this, like, if your offense is good enough, you can get yourself enough wins. And again, I think they've got the personnel to be a pretty good defensive team. I mean, you kind of go down this list, like Williams can protect the rim, always tough, physical. Butler's one of the best perimeter defenders I've seen in college basketball. I think Carr's tough, smart. They've got enough guys here that can really guard that I think they'll get better. I think you showed it at times tonight. I mean, our offense was clicking tonight, but they had some good stops on us. There just wasn't much of an answer. The offense looks good. We're not turned over. They're forcing us into some tough shots. We got to get some more old boards. They did a good job on the defensive glass. We had 24 old boards against A&M a week ago. We ended up with 15 today, but it's not 24. So, and we had way fewer turnovers, so we had more shots. But I'll say this: we just kept believing last year all the way to the end. Like, we're going to get it fixed. We lost SEC tournament, and then we came back, and I tried to give them. I talked to both Frank Martin and Coach Boeheim, who had kind of had teams that maybe struggled at the end of the year and still made a Final Four run. On that Sunday, Selection Sunday, we met on Monday. I said, listen, we're throwing out the regular season. I don't care about the last 2 weeks. Let's try to be the best defensive team in the country for the next 3 weeks, and let's see what we can do with it. If you go look at our defensive efficiency for those 5 NCAA tournament games we played, it was a lot better than it was during the regular season. Hopefully for us, when we play Kentucky, they wait until March to get the defense figured out, at least for the one game at our place. But it is possible to get the defense, because we got ours going late, and it's better late than never. But it'd be nice to have a solid defense for the rest of January, February, March, maybe into April, see what happens.
Okay, last question here.
You mentioned off the top just the performance that Grant Nelson had tonight. It was a career high in points for him as an Alabama player. Came out strong in the first half. Just what you like about his mentality, especially what he got going offensively early on?
Thought he was aggressive, got downhill, attacked him. He stepped to the free throw line, made free throws, so he wasn't afraid to attack them. I thought he went, we got him in the pocket a little bit. He was playing great. He had a few too many turnovers in the second half. But even that, he didn't make it passive. Even after he had the turnovers, he kind of split the double team, put the ball out in front of him, made it play like a guard makes. Got fouled, got the and-one. He's good. We could use that out of him every game. I didn't realize it was a career high. He's more than capable of it. Now he ends up in foul trouble too much. It happened again tonight with 4. With the way him and Diabate were both playing, we need to keep them out of foul trouble because they were both great at that 4 spot, and both of them can kind of flex down and play some 5 when we need to too. So both versatile, but yeah, super happy for Grant. His free throw, those 2 threes he had early. They were big, got it going. He missed a few. I thought he should have drove. He had the 1-3 to right in front of our bench in the second half when I believe it was Andrew Carr closing out on him with, I think he had 4 fouls at the time. So we want him to have confidence shooting the 3, and I think he's been working really hard on the shot. It was great to see those 2 go in, and he's still better getting downhill, attacking at the rim, so let's keep him doing that. But he had a great game for us. So, hey, listen, seriously, I appreciate what you guys do for basketball. This is great. Not many people are interested in basketball as it great place to come play games. I'm a basketball junkie, and this place is as good as any place in the country for basketball junkies. So great job. You got a great team. Mark's doing a great job. You guys won a lot of games this year too. So thank you. Appreciate it.